Hey, this is Colin with Kingdom Culture Counseling. Have you ever seen a picture of an iceberg that's above and below the water? Above the water is 10% of the iceberg, this little part, but it looks so big. But below the surface, you have all of the mass there, the 90%, that we don't even see when we're in a boat. Now that's how we are as people. When I'm sitting across from you, I don't know anything about you. All I know is what's above the surface, and those are our actions. These actions help people understand what's going on below the surface. Now the next layer of this is our emotions. These actions are shaped by our emotions. You can't know what I'm feeling unless you infer from my actions. So those emotions are driven by our thoughts. Thoughts are applied beliefs. Now those beliefs are shaped by our experience. Growing up, what I've been through, what last week was like, right? When did I get approval from people? How are my relationships? All of those experiences shape what we believe. Now we're going to be going in detail into each of these in the following weeks. Now what's important to keep in mind is this is if things are left unchecked. And I'm talking about how our thoughts shape our emotions and our emotions shape our actions, but it also works the other way around. Have you noticed when you're in a good mood, your thoughts tend to be more positive? When you think true things, you tend to believe better things and have a better belief system. Let me give you one more example. So I want you to imagine that there is a girl that is going to be singing for the worship band, and this is her first time. She's been going to this church for a while. Now she's going to be on stage in front of everybody singing. So she shows up for the first Sunday morning to sing, and she is shaking. She is nervous. She is just out of control, losing it. And so she says, "Hey, I can't do this. I'm done," and she just leaves. We can infer that she is anxious based on those actions. She's worried, she's scared. Why is she worried and scared? Well, she might be having the thoughts, I'm going to fail, I'm going to mess up, I'm not good enough, there's 20 people better than me, I've never been good at this stuff anyways. Nobody's going to like me, I'm going to be the laughing stock of the church. So if those are the thoughts, we need to peel that back because that's applied to that specific situation. We want to understand the beliefs that are driving that. So if we peel that back a little bit and look at the beliefs, she's obviously got this need for approval from people. She obviously sees herself very negatively. Why is she so concerned about what everybody else thinks if she's supposed to be up there worshiping? And this is really important right here, is that our beliefs are not what we say we believe. Our beliefs are what our actions reveal. So the truth is, if I were to follow you for a week and watch you, I could tell you what you believe more than you could tell me what you believe. You could tell me what you say you believe, what you think you believe. I could tell you what you actually believe, where your priorities actually lie. This is where it's helpful to have a therapist, a counselor, a pastor, a friend, a Bible study leader, somebody close to you that can kind of point some of these things out. Because a lot of these things we're blind to. I'm blind to these for myself. And a lot of times I need someone to call me out on things so that I can be aware and reevaluate and work through some of these beliefs. Now these beliefs are shaped by our experience. What was it like growing up? Where did I get my approval from? When did I get made fun of? When did I find that I felt good? When did I find that I felt like a failure? So that girl, maybe growing up in school, she was laughed at all the time when she would sing. Maybe that girl was laughed at all the time when she presented in front of the class and messed something up. Maybe she was a ballerina and she had a really abusive coach that would throw things at her if she didn't get it right. And so she has this fear, if I don't get this right, something bad's going to happen. Maybe she was raised in a really legalistic church that shaped what worship was and what it wasn't. Maybe she was always the best in school and she felt like she had to live up to that. Maybe she wasn't the best. Maybe she was not very good at school, and so she felt like if I can just be good at something, then maybe God will love me. So all of these experiences are shaping these beliefs, which shape the applied thoughts, the words in our heads, which shape the emotions, which shape our actions. So if we're having these problems in our actions, trying to stop the actions isn't going to fix the problem. So if you are, maybe you're an alcoholic, you're addicted to something, and you've tried for so long all these ways to stop the things up here, the actions, that's not going to fix anything because the problem is down here. The problem is in your beliefs and in your experience and what drives you. So again, we're going to be going through these in the following weeks, looking at each section of this and learning how to deal with it. My name is Colin with Kingdom Culture Counseling. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to it, share it with your friends. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you next week.